Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Tony and I run Bloom Stitch Studios. I thought for today's video it would be fun to go through all of my WIPs that I currently have. If you don't know what WIP stands for, it stands for Work in Progress, and I have a lot. I'll have a whole basket full, and I thought it'd be fun to go through with you guys, and maybe it might actually give me some motivation to finish some of them because there's a lot here and I definitely need to finish them and get them gone. I'm not going to go in any particular order with these. It's just what's at the top because there's so much to go through. So first up we have this. It is a hexi cardigan that I made with the Aldi yarn from the September 2024 drop. It is so pretty. I made it very quickly because I needed to know how many cakes of the yarn I needed. So basically it just needs the ends weaving in and then it needs to be blocked. I've made it like kind of a cropped length, which I really like, and I tapered the sleeves ever so slightly because I wanted them to be baggy but I didn't want them to be too, you can see it tapers slightly at the bottom here. I think it turned out really cute. I just need to weave in the ends because I have yarn of the same like brand at the Aldi yarn and I want to make a purple version of this, so I had to really quickly make this to know how much yarn I actually needed. So yeah, this one just needs the ends weaved in and then I can block it and then it will be good to wear for the summer. And I am so excited, it's so cute. The next book that I have are these circles which I use to make flower bags, and I use the Drops Paris cotton and it's such a lovely yarn, and I think I only started doing these on my break at work because it's a small skein that I can take. So I think I made these on a work lunch break and didn't make any more. So I need to do some more of these and then I can get a daisy bag ready for the summer. Yeah, such an easy project, such an easy thing to just make. So yeah, hopefully we'll get that done soon. The next one that I have is a bucket hat that I'm making with some leftover Lily Sugar and Cream yarn that I had from my checkered bag that I made. I thought it'd be fun to have a bucket hat that matched, but it's doming and it's too small. I tried it on and it doesn't fit. I think I need to size up my hook, so I'm gonna have to frog it, which I didn't really want to do, especially since I got so far, but I think I'm gonna have to because it just doesn't fit and it's supposed to be flat. It just doesn't look like a bucket hat. So yeah, I'm gonna have to frog this one and start again. I just wanted to get like the yarn used up and off of my shelves because I am really trying to stash bust this year. It's just not going very well. The next WIP that I have is one that I started probably all the way back in like August because I was seeing them all over my TikTok, and it's a pair of shorts and this is all I've got so far. I'm again using Drops Paris. This ribbing takes forever and I've probably got to double this. When I get to the single crochet part it'll be fine, that'll be fine, but I find this ribbing so boring to do. So this is one that I just do like a few rows here and there, and it is like, it's stretchy, so that's fine, but like I really want a cute pair of crochet shorts. Like this was my inspo and I have the pale blue to make it, but this doesn't interest me enough to want to finish it at the moment. I'm thinking when the warmer weather comes, hopefully I'll actually want to be able to finish them and get them done. But currently, these are definitely going to stay sat on my WIP pile. The next WIP that I have is this one. It is, well, it's the start of a shrug or like sleeves, but I don't really like it. I don't really like the stitch. I think I wanted it to be a lot looser. I did like a double crochet mesh stitch, but I think I probably should have done trebles because I'm using a DK yarn. It's the Hayfield Spirit double knitting. It is a beautiful yarn, but I think I need to frog this and start it again so that the holes are bigger, because the holes are very small and it's not really what I was going for. I can see the vision. I think I need to make it like a top-down raglan style because I was currently just making a panel with a hole in it. I didn't like how it was coming out, so I think I just need to start again. I don't know if I even have enough yarn, but if I do treble crochet then I might. So yeah, might have to frog this and start it again. That'll be a project probably in the next couple of months because I would love to be able to wear this in the summer. But for now, it is definitely going back on the WIP pile. because I don't feel motivated enough to do it. I have a bunch of grey, which I think is from that skein. Don't know. The next WIP that I have is a market bag called Poppy. It's Lily Sugar and Cream, which is one of my favourite yarn brands. It's just the start of one because I have enough yarn to like make one of these, and this was the very first like colourway of the market bag that I made back in like July time, I think. This is just a WIP that I like to have in the car. I think market bags are really fun to make in the car because it's just single crochets and chains, and you don't really have to think about it until you get to like the desired length. So this is one that will definitely be getting finished soon. I just need to go on a nice car journey. But these are so cute and so easy to make. With this WIP, I would sit here and finish it right now. I love doing these. Absolutely my favourite thing. And I'm obsessed with this colourway too. This one's starting to like colour pool a bit, but I've only got this much left of this one. So that is exciting, and that'll be another skein gone from my stash, which will be fantastic and exactly what I need to do this year because I have so much yarn. The next WIP that I have in my little pile here are these bandanas. I thought these would be really fun to make if I opened up an Etsy shop, but they're really small. I like fully finished this one and I didn't do the straps on it. So I did do the scalloped border on this one. I think it turned out quite cute, but it's too small. Like what? I would definitely have to block this as well because it's not as flowy as what I wanted it to be, but I have a feeling that's to do with the border as well. But I did start making another one and made it exactly the same size, so I don't really know what I did there. I'm definitely gonna have to add some more rows to these. Luckily I still have the yarn. I also think what I didn't like about them is this one has like a stripe of grey in it and this one doesn't, and it's exactly the same skein of yarn, and I think that's what really put me off them as well. If I open an Etsy shop one day, I would like to have bandanas. I just don't know if I'd make them out of acrylic yarn. I'd probably would switch over to like a cotton yarn like Lily Sugar and Cream, but I just need to make them bigger. I think this was just a car project and they just sat in my WIP pile and never left. So I just need to make these ones bigger and then they will be good to go. The last thing in my basket, I have more. This is just what was in the basket. My granny stitch star blanket, and I think we're still attached, so I won't pull that too much. If you watched my first video, you would have seen this, but it is my star blanket, which I am absolutely obsessed with. I'm absolutely loving how the colours are coming out. It just takes forever to get round. This was a project I started when we were going around family a lot last year, just because I don't really have to think about the stitch. The only time I have to think about it is when I'm in one of these dips, like miss a stitch out. So you can see here you skip one. That's the only time like I have to think about what I'm doing. Other than that, it's just a simple granny stitch and it's so pretty. I want it to be a sofa blanket. I think that would be so pretty. But I have lots more of this yarn. This one again is Hayfield Spirit DK. This is the colour Sundown. It's shade 408 and it is absolutely stunning. I love it so much. It's so bright and it's so colourful. I've told myself that I have to finish this star blanket before I can start the 6-day one that I want to make. I bought some of the Aldi ombre yarn cakes. I think I bought 10 to make a massive 6-day star blanket, but I've told myself I'm not allowed to do that one until I've made this one a decent size. So that will not be getting done for quite a while, I don't think, but I'm going to try really crank this out this year so that I can get this done. The next WIP that I have is actually a commission that I got, my first commission of the year, and it's a Watch Me Grow blanket. It is a tapestry. Look at how incredible this looks. And this is only like a fifth of the way through, but it's a baby blanket and it's a Watch Me Grow. So above the months there will be numbers, and then at the top it says Watch Me Grow, and there's going to be a sage green border around the outside. I'm obsessed with this. The colourwork is so intricate. I'm actually well chuffed with how it's come out. I don't think I could have done it any better if I'd have tried. Like, how good is that? This was my first time doing intarsia crochet for the tapestry, because when I made my mum's one last year, I just did floats of the yarn. I just carried it across the back, whereas it's my first time having like separate like mini skeins for each one, which is what these pegs are. And I found this peg method on TikTok. You just wind a mini skein on a peg and you can keep that yarn exactly where it's supposed to be. So I'm working on this leaf, so I just keep it pegged to this leaf. So I did that for each leaf. I did it for each strand of the letter apart from the O. The O, I carried the yarn across just because it was only a few stitches to carry it, whereas this gap would have been too much. But I think it turned out so cute, and I actually can't believe that I've done this so far. There is still a lot to go, but this was probably going to be the longest part of it because you have colour changes on like either end, whereas now there's numbers on this side but there's nothing on this side, so I'm going to be able to get through it a lot quicker now, and I can't wait to keep updating you guys on this. So that is a WIP that will be done very soon. And my final WIP that I have, if you've been following me on TikTok and Instagram, you will have seen it is my Granny Square source book. It is my biggest WIP that I have at the moment. I am, I think, 37 squares into this. As of yesterday, I have made the mosaic square, which looks like this. I'm actually really chuffed with it. You needed 7 shades of like colours, so without giving too much of the pattern away, this was the inspo, right? And I tried to do the pink version because I thought it was so cute, but I don't have enough nice pink shades that actually went together. So I did it with green, and I think it actually turned out really nice. But this is one of my projects that I'm using to like get through and use up my acrylic yarn stash, because I have a lot of acrylic yarn. I also plan on making a patchwork blanket like this as like a way to also get through my acrylic yarn, because I want to build up more of a collection of cottons as I do use them a lot. So this is the amount of squares that I have completed, as well as this one just needs the ends weaved in, for the Granny Square source book. I'm going to make it into a giant patchwork blanket and I'm so excited. I'll show you some of my favourite squares because there are some in here that are absolutely beautiful that I feel like they deserve to be shown. So we have this square. This is the April square, and I think this is also one of my favourites because I was born in April, so it's like basically my granny square. But it is absolutely stunning. I couldn't be happier with it. This one is another one. This is the berries square, and you may have seen this on TikTok, but this went viral. This on my Granny Square series has currently got like 760,000 views. What? Rightly so, because it's adorable, and I actually think it would just make a lovely coaster as it is. How cute. I thought the strawberries were going to be really hard, but it's so simple and I'm obsessed with it. Imagine a cardigan made out of these. There's another WIP that I want to make, but I'm not going to start it yet. We have the fruit squares. I absolutely loved making these. So cute. My favourite one is this cut apple square. Oh my god, look at how cute that is. It has a little applique, and it has like, you slip stitch the outer edge. You basically just make this one again, but like do an outer edge. Oh, it came out so cute. I'm obsessed with these. This was the very first one that I did, and I actually think it came out really well for my first one, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have a clue what I was doing when I first started the book. So for it to come out that cute, I can't wait to see this blanket like fully come together. We have the animal squares too, which I love. My favorite is this little hippo. You have like more basic ones, like this is just like a standard 80 stitch granny square. However, they added treble crochets as well as double crochets. Didn't understand that. And you have squares that are bigger as well. So these are the 80 stitch squares and these are the 112 stitch squares. And then you have ones that are like in betweeny sizes. This is supposed to be 112 stitch, but it's not the same size as the others. So I'm making it patchwork because the squares just don't come out in the 2 sizes that they're supposed to. It's probably to do with my tension, but this is a 112 stitch square, and so is this. But you can see that this one is bigger than this one, way bigger. So I don't really know. This is definitely my biggest WIP that I have at the moment, but it will get done in time. There's 100 squares to do in total, so I am hoping to get this one done this year. I feel like that would be fantastic, and I get a blanket out of it too. So I really can't complain, but the squares do get harder now, so they are taking like a bit longer to do, but it's also more challenging, which I actually really enjoy. I am so excited to finish this blanket one day. It is definitely gonna get finished in 2025. That is one of my goals that I set myself this year. That takes us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please go check out my first video, which was a Q&A, getting to know me and my crochet. Comment what your favourite WIP is and which one you want to see me complete the most, and it might actually give me some motivation to complete some of these. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!